Hey, in this video we're going to be talking about indexing on Amazon. So by the end of watching this video, you're going to understand what indexing means, what to do to index your listing, what not to do perhaps, so you can have more visibility on Amazon. That's essentially what indexing means. Indexing means that, for example, if you have a specific keyword in your listing, it also shows in the search algorithm. So in this video, I want to explain you how to do that, because sometimes you might have keywords that are in your listing but they don't index. And this video is a part of our Amazon listing optimization series, where we have different videos to show you how to get an optimized listing, a better listing that converts better and gets you more sales. My name is Vova Evans, seller on Amazon since late 2016. On this YouTube channel, I share content for Amazon sellers. Over 220 videos, all free for you to watch and enjoy. Special guest today, Tomer Levin, owner of Blaze Copywriting, which is a firm that specializes in creating new listings for Amazon sellers, improving their current listings to, again, more visibility, more sales, and more of the good stuff. Tomer, please introduce yourself to us, and let's talk indexation, or indexing actually.
Yeah, indexing.
Yes.
Yeah, hi Vova, it's great to be here. My name is Tomer Levin. About 7 years on the Amazon world. I'm a former seller. I sold my kitchen brand on August of 2020. And for the past year and a half, I have 3 American copywriters on my team. We provide copywriting services for Amazon sellers, brands, agencies alike, beginners, advanced, and so on.
Awesome, man. So thank you for joining me in this series today. And yeah, let's talk about indexing the listing. So what are your best practices? How do we do that? So, because it's a common mistake for people. They create listings sometimes. They forget that you need to index in the algorithm, and they don't do that, and they just lose tons of sales, man.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Vova. We actually talked about it in bits in previous videos, but Amazon essentially has their Amazon A9 algorithm, which basically means that we want to get our listing, to make it as simple as possible, we want to get our listing indexed with the A9 algorithm. What does it mean in plain words? It means that the Amazon engine, when we search, or the buyers search for a product in the search bar, they can see our listing. Our listing will appear, our product will appear in the search results. And that's most important. Now, we do need to discover which keywords we want to be ranked in, all of that, to build a strategy behind that. But we need to make sure that our listing in its entirety, whether it's in the front end or the back end, is indexed by Amazon. So it basically means that all of the content that we have in the listing text-wise, Amazon knows about it, and it will be displayed in the search results when a customer searches for a product. So on the contrary, if our listing is not indexed, then we will not appear in the search results. And that's the last thing we want, because we need to get traffic, we want to get the juice going, we want to get those customers shop for our product. So we want to make sure the importance is it's impeccable. It's very, very important. So we want to make sure that we do that correctly. So that's first. Now, we have a hierarchy in terms of indexing. So Amazon basically has the priority, which they prioritize title first, then bullets, and then description and backend keywords. Now, backend keywords and description, one is third, one is fourth, not really clear, but we have to make sure that especially our title and bullets, they are indexed incomplete. Now, in the description field, it depends whether you have normal description or A+ content description. Because normal description is indexed, but if you have A+ content, it's most likely not indexed at all. So it's more like, we talked about in a previous video, it's more for the visual, for the branding, to show a unified look for your product, for your brand, those kind of stuff, less on the indexing. So let's break it down. So first, the title. Okay, so in some categories we have a limit of 150 characters. In some categories we have a limit of 250. But if you build a title, do not go over the 200 characters limit. Now, if you go over the 200 characters limits in the title, Amazon won't index. So you can have very important keywords after the 200 characters. Amazon won't show it in the search results. So we want to avoid that. Now, that's for the title. For the bullets, if we take the bullets as individuals, for each bullet you can input up to 500 characters. That's what Amazon allows. However, if you calculate everything, you get to 2,500 characters, Amazon won't index all of that. All right, Amazon indexes only 1,000 as of today, right?
Yeah.
Amazon keeps changing all the time, so everything we say is current for today. So you can create longer bullets and shorter bullets, but in total they cannot pass the 1,000 characters. If they pass 1,000 characters, what happens is that many clients get to us, they don't get enough traffic for their current product, for example. They have some issues, they don't get enough traffic, they don't get enough sales. So what happens is that by just going over the listing, it's maybe their title is too long, and in most cases, bullets are way too long. It's like 2,000 characters, 2,300 characters, a lot. And Amazon won't index more than 1,000 in total. So you want to make sure that you are within this limit, so Amazon will index all of the text you have within the bullets. Now, in regarding to the description, as again, A+ is not indexed, normal description up to 2,000 characters. It's also relevant for HTML. If you're using HTML as your product description, it includes all characters with the brackets and the line breaks and all of that. It includes everything. So below 2,000 characters is your limit. So this is essentially what's the most important thing when we are creating a copy for a client. So we want to make sure that we analyze the competitors as much as possible in depth. And we do it in Blaze. We have our own tool, which we grab the information from Amazon Brand Analytics, as well as Cerebro by Helium 10. So we take real data, real information from Amazon, from Brand Analytics, current updated data, as well as reverse engineering, reverse ASINs from your top competitors on Cerebro by Helium 10. So we combine this data and then we build our listing. But if we get the best keywords and converting keywords and we do everything right, but we are not within the characters limit, the 200 limit for the title, the 1,000 in total for the bullet, the 2,000 characters for the description, then we just, we don't want to shoot ourselves in the foot and just make sure that we follow the Amazon TOS within the title, the bullets, the description, the backend, all of that. Backend also is limited to 250 characters.
Right.
Above that, nothing. So what happens is that we get many clients that they have their bullets not indexed. They have the first, second, and third bullets indexed, and then their fourth and fifth are not at all. Some of the description is not indexed at all. Now, there is a very simple way to check this. We can use Index Checker by Helium 10, but we in Blaze, we always prefer the manual method, which is essentially go to the search bar on Amazon, make sure that we're under all categories, input our ASIN, space, and then the text that we want to see if it's indexed.
Yeah.
Now, what's nice here is that you can input your entire title. You can input your entire bullets in the search bar, and if it shows you a result, then it means that it's indexed.
That's true.
Right, so you can even take the entire description, ASIN, space, and then the entire product description, and it will show you result if you're indexed. So that's for us, it's the best and manual way to do that. So this is another tip, for your viewers to check their listing, see if they're indexed, and if not, get to work.
Sometimes when you do that, by the way, from my experience, for example, you have your first bullet, right? So essentially, it's the first one, and you do this method, you input the ASIN and all the bullet into the search, and it doesn't show. So what I understood from that is there might be a word that indexes you, maybe a word that Amazon does not allow.
Yeah.
And then you need to, if you don't know exactly what the word is, you will need to kind of use your brain. I mean, I guess you have already the words that you are aware of.
And it's important to say on this that we don't know everything 100%. Amazon is changing daily. We do not intend to know everything, but we have to be always up to date with Amazon, and we keep learning and improving all the time because Amazon is changing and is very dynamic and it's changing all the time. So it can be improper word, maybe it's a special character that does not belong there. For example, you are within the character limit in the bullet, but there is a special character or a word which went into the Amazon blacklist, like we talked about earlier, like mold, for example, which was okay before, now it's not. You could input, for example, FDA, now you can't. There are certain words that you could in the past, now you can't. So you need to, you just need to understand, because a lot of the practice on Amazon is to learn things along the way, and because it's changing a lot, then what's true today might not be true tomorrow or next week or next few months. So I think that's about it.
So for good indexation, just to sum it up, you have to stay in the character limits. For example, for 200 for title, 1,000 for the bullet points, and 2,000 for product description, and 250 for backend, just to stay in what Amazon allows you to. So if you do more than that, the other text is not going to be indexed. And then again, watch those keywords that might de-index you. And in order to check if you're indexed or not, just copy your entire bullet point, for example, use your ASIN and put it inside the search bar on Amazon. Use all categories, and also use, if you're doing it in the United States, use an American address. Yeah, because sometimes like the zip code.
American zip code.
I'll give. Sometimes I have a question. What's American zip code? 117 New York. I don't know where, but
or
that's
90210. Most of us use it from Beverly Hills. So it's 90210.
Right. So either this or that, or just any other zip code input into the left upper side on Amazon, again might change, and then input the ASIN plus bullet point or plus title. If it shows your product, that means you're indexed. If it shows 0 results, that means something is not indexed there. Check it out, try to remove a word, add the word. Of course, you as a copywriter, you will actually test indexation before giving it to the client.
We test the indexing all the time, right?
That's different, but if you're doing this alone on your own, so just play with it, and see what works for you. And in the description, we're going to have Tomer's services, Blaze Copywriting, for those who want to see what they're all about, what they're offering, read more about their stuff. So check it out down in the description. And up here, we're going to have the playlist of these series, so you can go from first video to the last one. Man, thank you for doing this today. It was awesome.
Thank you very much, Vova. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, it's interesting. I've learned a lot. Hopefully you've learned a lot too. And check out all the other videos in the playlist. Thank you. See you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.